Key point 1. Charisma isn't a magical aura or an inherited behavior. Marilyn Monroe used to do a little trick in New York. She would walk around the city in the middle of a busy day, and no one would notice her. It sounds genuinely bizarre. How could you not spot this charming actress with such a striking appearance? The secret was in her ability to switch between simple Norma Jean Baker, her real persona, and the famous film idol. Whenever she decided she wanted attention, the crowd would surround her in amazement. She had a natural talent for impressing people and catching their eye. People often believe that charisma is a must-have for actors, artists, and public figures. They also claim it's an innate quality, and if you don't shine in your childhood, you will not obtain it in adolescence. These assumptions are far from the truth. Charismatic people can turn off their charm by changing their body language, just like Marilyn Monroe did. It proves that anyone can master being magnetic by adjusting their behavior. A classic example is Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. During his early public appearances, he looked clumsy and reserved. Over time, he started oozing charisma that kept audiences engaged and committed. Charisma makes others adore you. The next moment, they're ready to follow you wherever you lead them. This summary will provide clear guidelines on bringing your charismatic self to the outside world. With this knowledge, you can reach your goals related to your personal life, business, academics, or relationships with others. You'll learn to be an active listener and how to project warmth and power. Key point 2. 3 main pillars of charisma. Besides visible, verbal, and behavioral patterns, each individual gives off slight signs that can affect others on a subconscious level. Take advantage of these minor changes in your body language to win sympathy and influence people imperceptibly. To become a human magnet, implement 3 main aspects. Presence. Have you ever noticed yourself zoning out of conversations? Did the other person see it? Most likely yes. Your body language told them everything. A delayed facial expression or eyes glazing over signaled that you weren't fully present. People can't fake that they're listening when they aren't. You attract people by making them feel seen and heard. When you're present, you concentrate on the speaker and the topic you're discussing so you know what's happening. If you struggle with concentration, these techniques might help you get back in the moment. 1. Find a calm place and close your eyes. 2. Focus on the sounds, then shift your attention to breathing. 3. Focus on your toes. It helps you get back to your body. Check your mental state after the practice. Do you feel present, or is your mind still wandering? Repeat it daily, and you'll notice progress soon after. Humans project their current mental state in their posture, tone of voice, and body language. Power. The inner persuasion that you can change the surrounding world and influence others' lives through your authority, status, professionalism, or intelligence is called power. Your task here is to feel this power inside and project it onto others. Warmth. People associate warmth with care and a considerate approach. People will always look for those who can impact their lives positively. You can build up your charisma by showing more warmth or power. However, the most efficient way is to combine these qualities. If you tend to be more authoritative and intelligent, those around you might perceive you as cold and aloof. On the contrary, if you display extreme friendliness, you come across as a people pleaser. Mix power and warmth, and you'll gain the reputation of a strong personality with a kind heart. It's a very likable combination. Key point 3. Get comfortable with your surroundings. Your eyes usually tighten when you expose them to direct sunlight. However, from the perspective of a person talking to you, you project anger. People typically can't tell if you're uncomfortable with your surroundings, so they might take this behavior personally. Physical distress is one of the reasons why your charisma is not apparent. Hunger can make you less focused, and if you have a low glucose level, you might lose control over your emotions and social behavior. Also, remember the importance of clothing. In the perfect case scenario, your outfit must be comfortable and not cause any irritation. Try to act according to this scheme every time physical aspects trigger you. Prevent. Plan your activities and make sure there's nothing that could provoke anxiety or disturbance. Check the weather forecast and think about whether you need to grab a bite to eat. Recognize. Be aware of the changes in your body language to prevent tension. Remedy. Once you notice something is off, act immediately. Pause and try to compose yourself. Negative thoughts and self-doubt are the roots of mental discomfort. As you fixate on the topic that worries you, you lose touch with reality. You cannot show power or warmth as your inner sources actively deal with the problem. Comparing yourself to others can also impair charisma and make you highly self-critical. Suppose you have an interview for your dream job, but suddenly start questioning yourself. It can make you perform poorly. During a study, scientists in cognitive therapy asked patients whether they would prefer to receive a negative result from a medical checkup immediately or wait. Most people chose the first variant. They admitted they dreaded the uncertainty. The brain doesn't distinguish between reality and thoughts. If you go through a bad experience in your head, the brain signals the whole body to react accordingly. So if you struggle with mental discomfort, seek inner balance through meditation and therapy. When left waiting, the human brain creates various scenarios. In most cases, they're grim and unpleasant. Key point 4. How to win the battle with anxiety and distress. For most people, handling mental discomfort is not child's play, but don't give up hope. You can fix it with the appropriate strategies. It would be best if you started with destigmatizing distress. You must admit that negative emotions are not shameful. They're part of reality and happen to everyone. Normalize feelings of grief or apathy, even though the media and society teach people to be more upbeat and optimistic. Once you get stuck in a depressive episode, remember that you're not alone. There are people around the globe who might experience the same spectrum of emotions. This sense of unity might ease your internal pain. With about 7 billion people on the planet, I can absolutely guarantee you that not just one, but scores of people are going through the same thing at this very moment. Olivia Fox Cabane. Then proceed with neutralizing negativity. Imagine you have an urgent meeting with your boss at work. They seem uptight, and there's a note of annoyance in their voice. You might immediately assume that their mood relates to you or your performance. Sometimes the mind misinterprets surrounding signs, distorting reality. Your boss might be dealing with personal issues and projecting their anxiety onto employees. If you're overwhelmed with a negative experience, pause and play out these scenarios in your head. Imagine that your anxious thoughts are coming from the radio inside your head. Try to turn down the volume or turn it off. What is the worst possible scenario that bothers you? You will survive it, won't you? Return to the memories of previous breakdowns or crises when you thought you couldn't manage them, but you did. Since your mind can create its own version of reality in your head, you can rewrite it. Take a piece of paper or open a note-taking app and fantasize about the benefits the dire situation might bring you. Suppose you get stuck in a traffic jam on your way to work. What if it's the perfect opportunity to check on assignments you couldn't finish at home? Or is it a sign to take a break and have a moment of self-reflection in the car? To get the mental burden off your shoulders, start being delusional about the world. Expect only good to happen to you. Key point 5. Dream up your success. Professional athletes and musicians use the same tool to achieve the best results: visualization. They spend hours imagining themselves doing a particular activity and claiming victory. Surprisingly, these mental exercises can influence your body. Experiments prove that you can change your brain's motor cortex by imagining yourself playing piano for a long time. Many Hollywood actors take advantage of method acting while preparing for roles. Instead of faking their emotions and controlling their body language, they visualize themselves as their character. How exactly are visualization and method acting beneficial to charisma? They boost confidence and change the way you show yourself to the world. Whatever your mind believes, your body will manifest. Olivia Fox Cabane. If you feel anxious, use visualization before a meeting, presentation, or public speech. For instance, you can imagine how you're accenting certain words on particular slides and when to pause for the audience to react. After doing so, you won't feel as worried, as your brain thinks you did it before. Similarly, anytime you feel down and need support, imagine yourself in a big hug from a loved one. Here's your everyday practice for strengthening your ego. 1. Get into a comfortable position, close your eyes, and relax. 2. Find a memory of a past triumphant experience. 3. Imagine the applause and people shouting approving words to you. 4. Imagine people smiling at you with admiration in their eyes. 5. Try to feel the congratulatory handshakes. 6. Feel your confidence rising. Appreciate the world around you, your family, friends, hobbies, and work. Take a moment to relish the warm spring wind, the birds tweeting outside, and strangers smiling at you in the mall. Look at your life from a third-person perspective. Take a sheet of paper and write your story as if you're observing it from the outside. Note all the beautiful moments that happened to your character and all the considerable achievements. See how your perception of yourself changes. You recognize how talented you are and how much progress you have made. Express gratitude for everything you have in your life. It will make your body radiate warmth and kindness. Key point 6. The great diversity of charisma types. Ask your friends to name a charismatic person, and they will always suggest different personalities. Madonna, Elon Musk, and the Dalai Lama are prime examples of charm and magnetism. However, each influences the public uniquely and appeals to different categories of people. Generally, there are 4 types of charisma. Choose the one that will suit you best. Focus charisma. The magic happens when you make others feel good about themselves and listen carefully to what they say. You open your charismatic self by showing them respect and acknowledging the importance of their opinions. Elon Musk and Bill Gates distinctly represent this kind of charisma. They are introverts and tend to keep themselves to themselves, but their presence is captivating. Visionary charisma. Imagine you have a groundbreaking idea that could change the world. You must convince people to believe in this plan and help you with its execution. In this case, you have to possess visionary charisma. Its power lies in bringing comfort to uncertainty. You aim to sell the vision, show your passion, and persuade others to follow your lead. Steve Jobs and Joan of Arc personify visionary charisma. Kindness charisma. This charisma manifests in the ability to radiate warmth and total acceptance. People around you feel embraced and loved. Think of the Dalai Lama. He effortlessly attracts people. They assume they can find comfort in talking to him. You can project the feeling of kindness through your facial expressions and eyes. Use visualization to practice this attitude toward strangers by imagining they are your dearest person. However, beware of people taking advantage of your softness and generosity. By developing this trait, you might find it hard to say no to protect your boundaries. Authority charisma. This one is the most potent type of charisma, and you can use it for good and evil. The human appeal to dominant power is unconscious, so it's hard not to fall under its spell. People believe those who hold a title or a status in society can affect their lives. Clothes play a significant role in identifying such personalities. You might look up to doctors in white coats or military officers in uniforms. Stalin embodied authority charisma. He didn't have an amiable personality, but people obeyed him unquestionably. The need to care about your social status is biological. Its roots lie in survival instincts. Key point 7. The art of creating a solid first impression. People judge each other within the first few seconds of meeting. They automatically assume a person's social and financial status, degree, and success. Research in behaviorism proves that once individuals have an opinion of someone, they spend the rest of the time looking for evidence that they are right. Interestingly, first impressions are mostly correct. A study conducted at the University of Texas confirmed that people guessed 9 out of 10 personal traits by photography. Mesmerizing others is easy. You only need to grasp a few fundamental rules. The Golden Rule. Similarities attract. Historically, humans united in tribes, and the ability to recognize your people was crucial for survival. Nowadays, people believe they have the same background if they have some things in common. To win sympathy from the tribe, you must demonstrate that you are one of them. Tribal wear. Clothes matter. If you're wanting to get close to someone, dress the same as they do. That's precisely what the salespeople of American Express did. To increase sales among students, they would show up on campuses wearing typical student clothes. Icebreaker. Complimenting a person's outfit is a perfect conversation starter. It's the most foolproof solution. You'll set a friendly tone and delight them. Another excellent icebreaker is asking about the person's native town. Keep the positive vibe of the dialogue by focusing on subjects that create optimistic feelings. The art of handshakes. Establishing physical contact is crucial, and a handshake is an ideal opportunity. Ensure your hand grip is firm and hearty. It will show your confidence. At all times, avoid limp or two-handed handshakes. Graceful leaving. Be sure to explain why you must leave a party and consider giving valuable information at the end of the conversation. For example, mention a book they should read or a friend with expertise that you can introduce them to. If you aim to appear extraordinary and influential, then dress to impress. Did you know? A straightforward stare is typical for Americans. However, it's a form of aggression for most people from Asia. Conclusion. Charisma is both a superpower and a heavy burden. On the one hand, you can attract people. You're comfortable making friends and building romantic relationships, and your colleagues at work admire you. You're a magnet in human form, but your powers may work against you. Charismatic individuals attract not only supporters and fans, but also envious people. If you're ready to receive honor and glory, be aware of the drawbacks of magnetism. Charismatic people are role models for their surroundings. They're successful, intelligent, and witty. Others expect only exceptional results from these individuals. Therefore, if charming people make mistakes or endure hardships, society doesn't sympathize with them. To spare other people's disappointments, learn to display your vulnerability sometimes. If others put you on a pedestal, show them you're human. You have ups and downs like everyone else, and stumbling on the way to success is okay. And lastly, don't abuse the power of charisma. If you possess such an ability, acknowledge your influence on people. Others might sincerely believe you, follow your suggestions, and even fall in love with you. They can see you as a mentor or a hero, so don't take advantage of their affection. Be sincere in your intentions and words. Try this. If people constantly praise you, remember to reciprocate this energy. Put your friends or those who helped you succeed in the spotlight. Be aware of their support and express your gratitude. These qualities will add to your magnetism.